What is up, guys? Mega Matt here with another pickups video for the month of August. A lot of stuff to get through here. I apologize, this might be another long video, so let's just jump right into it. First thing I picked up in the beginning of the month, a lady posted a GameCube on one of the apps called Let Go. I think it was either Let Go or OfferUp, one of the two, I can't remember. Messaged her, asked her if she still had it. She said she did. I think she wanted $50 for this, but I had to drive to Freeport, which is about a 25-minute drive from here. So what did I get? I got a Indigo GameCube, just a regular GameCube. It has the memory card and it has the Game Boy Player attached to it. Luckily, the Game Boy Player disc was included. You cannot play Game Boy Advance games or Game Boy games without this disc. So for any of you that are curious about it, it looks just like that. Yeah, you cannot play the games without the disc, so it's good that that was thrown in there. This was in there, an instruction booklet for the GameCube, and then the games that came with it, which are pretty good titles, very lightly scratched and everything. First one is Pac-Man World 2 and Pac-Man Versus. This is a fun party game. Pac-Man Versus actually you can play up to 4 players, where one of you is Pac-Man looking at a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy SP, and you have to try and get the other players, which are ghosts, but the ghosts don't know exactly where Pac-Man is, so it's a lot of fun. If I had game footage, I could show you exactly what it's like, but I don't. But anyway. Then we have Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex for GameCube. These are all 100% complete. Never played that. Disney's The Haunted Mansion. Never played that one either. Then the last 3, which are the best ones. Luigi's Mansion. Zelda, Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, and Mario Party 5, which I'm definitely adding to my collection. So all that for $50, not a bad deal at all. So let me put this down here. Let's jump into some thrift finds I had. There's a local thrift store. It's not really local. It's local to where I work, the town I work in. I didn't even know about it. It's more like a co-signing store, and I didn't really know about these stores. I guess they just take items in that they give I don't know if they give money to the people that bring items in, but they don't give them very much, and then they resell and everything. But I've gone in there in the past and found some stuff. I did find some a couple Nintendo DS titles. They were, I think they were $2.99 or $3.99 a piece. So we got Mario vs. Donkey Kong Miniland Mayhem and Super Mario 64 DS. So that was a nice little score. And then that same day, actually, I went into a Salvation Army, which I rarely find anything in a Salvation Army, but this one had an N64 in a case, and they wanted, I think, $25 for it. I was gonna pass on it because it has a chip in it. I'll show you guys the system and everything. But it came with like 5 controllers. They were all third party except for one of them. And then it came with games. So for $25, I mean, you can't complain. So here's the actual system. As you can see the sticker on there. As you can see that there's a chunk. This side. What are you doing? There's a chunk that's been taken out right there, which sucks. But, I mean, it can be... I'm sure... I haven't tested it yet. I'm sure it works. And you can always swap this out for another cover. No expansion pack. Just had a standard jumper in there. But then it came with these games. Some of these games came with another deal. I cannot remember what games came with what. So I think I'm just going to show them all. Actually, I think these... Okay, I think it was these. So, alright. So the games it came with were Rugrats in Paris, Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000. Wave Race 64. Xena Warrior Princess. Never played that before. Virtual Pool. Cruisin' World. And then the last game, which was the best one, unfortunately the label's a little dinged up, Mario Kart 64. So that was a great deal. N64 with about 8 games for 25 bucks. Not a bad deal whatsoever. And then that same day, the reason I went to the town I worked in, it wasn't a day I was working, it was the day after. So I drove back. I found this, I think this was a Let Go ad or whatever. Guy had 2 N64s with a few games with him. He wanted $80, and I got to talk him down to $50. And I know some of you guys may think that's not a good deal, but the main reason I went to this lot was because both of these N64s, I could show them both of them. They both had expansion packs in them. Expansion packs go for 20 to 25 bucks a piece just on their own, so that was worth the deal right there. And then he had a few games, nothing special, NFL Blitz, Strike Zone, Mike Piazza Strike Zone, and another Wave Race 64. So 50 bucks for that. I am going to probably use the expansion packs because I'm trying to put expansion packs in all my fantastic colored N64s in my glass case back there. Can't see them here because they're on the very bottom of the shelf. So we got that. Moving along. What did I do with whatever? Anyway. So yeah, and then a couple more thrift stores. Well, not necessarily thrift stores. This was like a little thrift store. It's actually right by my house. I never stop in there because they have like clothes and they don't carry electronics, but they do carry like DVDs. So I thought for the heck of it, I'll just stop in, and they had a couple video games, nothing really special. I did pick up this one for $2. For the Wii, we have Metroid Other M. Never played this Metroid game. I don't know if it's any good or not, but for $2, hey, whatever. And then we have a Half Price Books outlet store in our city here. They closed and then they moved to another location and reopened, but they're not really an outlet anymore because some of the prices are kind of high. The outlet we used to have, it was like really cheap stuff. I've picked up some stuff from there in the past. But I found these 2 games. They were reasonably priced. I think they were about $5 a piece. Not bad. But for GameCube, Phantasy Star Online, Episode 3, Card Revelation. And then this game I put in another case, but I'm kind of bummed because they cut the artwork to fit it in the case it was in. This is a complete copy of Dawn of Mana, as you can see right there. And they did it on both sides, which kind of sucks, but the game's in there, the manual's in there, so that's all that matters. Alright, moving on to, we'll do game store grabs, and then I'll get into major pickup here. Alright, so local game store grabs that I always go to. I always go to Disc Replay. Everybody knows that watches my videos. Actually, no. This game I actually bought brand new at Best Buy, but had to get it. This came out on the PS4, Mega Man game, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Haven't played this yet. It's got Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10 on it. I've played all those games before, beaten them all, so it's nothing new to me. It's just all on one disc. Okay, so game store grabs. They put out a lot more stuff lately, and they've been getting a lot more stuff, so it's kind of crazy. This game I wasn't going to get, but I ended up getting it because they were going to raise the price of it if I didn't buy it, because it was actually mismarked. But I don't know if this is any good, but I think this is a sought-after game people are looking for. The PS1, it's called Hogs of War. Yeah, I've never played this, so I have no idea what the heck kind of game this is, or if I'll even like it or not. Um, oh, there's a game in here I got at a GameStop, which is kind of weird. I don't normally buy games from GameStop, but I saw this and I've never seen this before. It's a Wii title. They have like a little Wii section, and I always look, but this has a bunch of like mini games, a bunch of they're like what company? They're a bunch of Taito mini games, I guess. I've never heard of this. It's got a weird name. It's called Furu Park. But yeah, it's got like mini games of like Arkanoid, Bubble Bobble, Sonic Blast Man, Pocky and Rocky, Pinch Hitter, Safe Karate, a bunch of other ones too, but that's just a few of them. But this was only, I think, like $3 or $4 and some change, so I figured, why not? Pocky and Rocky I don't have, and to have it for that cheap, why not? I don't know if it's the full game, though. It could just be a mini game. Alright, back to Game Store Grabs. So, they got a bunch of Super Nintendo games in, and they're all priced where they should be, and I don't normally pick them up unless they're titles I really need for my collection. But this first one, I've seen this game before, but I've never seen this with like a really good label, and I played this one time, I think, growing up, and it was pretty fun. It's a nice little platform puzzle game. But we have Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. And then I got this for a label upgrade because I got this game a while back, a couple years back from a coworker of mine, but his label was pretty messed up. But this is Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario World combo pack, and as you can see, the label's pretty nice. And then this game I have been looking for a while, and every time I see it, it's either overpriced or label's bad or something. But I thought, you know, they had it. It was priced where it probably is priced normally, so I decided to get it. But this is Kirby Superstar. 8 games in one. I can't remember exactly what games are on here, but I'm starting to get more into Kirby, so I decided to pick that up. Then they had these games. These are all on different days I got these. But this you don't see often. Another Wii title. This has 3 games in one. These games are normally on, were originally on the Laserdisc arcade machine. Cartoony style. Kind of like the style of play on these are weird. You have to do something at the right exact moment or you die. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just go ahead and show it. We have the Dragon's Lair trilogy. And I guess this is actually pretty hard to find, or it's pretty sought after for anybody that's trying to collect for the Wii or whatever. It wasn't that cheap. I think it was $25 if I'm not mistaken. Might have been a little more than that, but this is highly sought after. So if you see this for cheap, pick it up. Even if you don't like Dragon's Lair, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this was actually really cheap. I am surprised that they even had this. That they even priced it as they priced it. Some of the prices in my local game store are just weird. I've talked about this before, but it's weird. I think this was $8. This game went up crazy high when they announced the 3rd version of this game. The first one was on the Sega Dreamcast. Sought after, fun. Good game. I've never played the second one. My buddy Jason has the second one. I think I watched him play a little of it. But it's only on Xbox. It's Shenmue 2, and this one actually comes with the Fincher Lake DVD. So, 2-disc game. Yeah, like I said, I haven't played Shenmue 2. I've actually watched Jason play a lot of Shenmue 1, and I think he started playing Shenmue 2, but I don't really remember it, but I'm gonna have to definitely pop that in and play it. And then this game for the 360, which I never really see either. They have a version of this game on the GameCube. It's an Atlas title. This I think was again $2, $3, but Xbox 360 we have Zoids Assault. The Zoids game on the GameCube I used to have, but I got rid of it because it's horrible. It's gameplay on it is just bad. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, and then a couple sealed items I got, which is weird. My game store started taking in sealed games. Before, their policy was if you wanted to trade in a sealed game, they had to open it. They couldn't take it unless they opened it. So for all those like sealed collectors, they would just cringe, you know, if you wanted to trade in your game, they had to open it up and then put it on the shelf. And it was basically a brand new copy, just wasn't sealed. But they started taking sealed games now because they have new owners. This, I can't believe, this was like $8 sealed. It was definitely mismarked. When I got them to get it out of the case, they couldn't believe that it was marked wrong. And again, they told me, you know, if I don't buy it, they got to mark the price up. So I ended up picking it up. This has the original sticker on it too, price sticker from CompUSA, which I think is pretty awesome. It's kind of like nostalgic. But this is Guilty Gear X Advanced Edition. As you can see, it's got the $29.99 CompUSA sticker on it, and it also has a security tab on the back. I tried to like take this off gently, but I'm afraid I'm gonna pull the plastic off of this and it won't be sealed anymore. So $8 for that. And then this I was real hesitant to get because I was 40, I think, or 50, I'm not sure. But you never see this. You see this game quite a bit, but you never see it sealed. And when you do see it sealed, it's just goes for stupid money. I was not going to buy it, but I ended up getting it. But this is the bonus you got with Wind Waker on the GameCube. This is Zelda Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which was Master Quest, I think, was the version in Japan of Ocarina of Time. But yeah, it's factory sealed. Wasn't cheap, but I decided to get it for the collection. Alright, couple last things here. This pickup was the same lady that I got a bunch of boxed Game Boy games from. She messaged me again and she said she had some Game Gear games, and at first I was like, no, I'm not interested. But they were all boxed. Again, a lot of these are missing manuals, but I was like, you know what, she gave me a good deal on them because I bought the other games from her. So again, I had to drive out to Woodstock, Illinois, which is about a 45-minute drive from here. So not a close drive, but definitely worth it because of the condition of these boxes are just weird. She did find another Game Boy game that I got in this, but it does not have the manual. I don't know what happened to the manuals in these, but saved all the boxes. But for the original Game Boy, Elevator Action. And then for the Game Gear, like I said, some of these are complete, some of these aren't. There's only, I think, 2 of them that have manuals, but got Joe Montana Football for the Game Gear, Dragon Crystal, Slider, never heard of that before. This is kind of a neat one. Axe Battler, I can't say that. Axe Battler, Legend of Golden Axe. Batman Returns. This one actually was complete, and that's good because this one complete goes for a decent amount of money. So we have original Shinobi, Shinobi 2, and last game, which is not good, is Wimbledon Tennis or something. But I think I can't remember what I ended up paying her. I think it was like $50 or something. Again, that doesn't sound like a good deal, but you just don't normally see box games of some sort of anything. Alright, now the last pickup is the best pickup I've had in quite a while. I'll try to shorten this story. Again, this was not cheap. It was cheaper than what all these games are worth, but this is like one of the only times I've paid over $100 for a lot like this. Somebody listed games on LetGo. I ended up being the one to get to come and get them. I guess this guy was an older gentleman, like in his 70s. He said a lot of people from Chicago were messaging him and offering him more money for this lot. But since I was local, he gave me the option to get it. So went after work and ran over there. He got all these lots from a niece of his that passed away, I guess, 15 years ago, and she had a storage unit, and there's a bunch of stuff in the storage unit, and he said he was slowly going through it. There might be more stuff, which I pray there is, because there's just some really good stuff. But it's a Super Nintendo lot, so this is probably one of the cleanest Super Nintendos I've seen. And the crazy part about this whole thing, some of these games that are in this lot have never been played. And I can clearly say that because there is no dust on some of these, and the board on the bottom is, like, you can still see it's like still green. It's not miscolored or anything. But it's just crazy. But anyway, so it wasn't cheap by any means. I'm not sure if I really want to tell you guys what I paid for this because it was kind of ridiculously high priced, but it was worth for what's in this lot. So first things first, we got the Super Nintendo here, and like I said, this is one of the cleanest Super Nintendos I have ever came across besides my own. It did come with one controller, all the cords, and then it came with a bunch of games, and we'll just start with the loose games, which all have been played, as they kind of have some wear on them. Nothing too special here, but we got Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball, Tecmo Super NBA Basketball. You can see these that are from like game stores. NBA Live 97. Madden 95, and the last loose game is Donkey Kong Country. And then the rest of them, which I didn't mention this, the rest of these games I have are all complete in box. There is not one of these, well, I shouldn't say that, there is like 2 of them that are missing the manuals, but all of these, except 2 of these games, are like 100% complete. And when I say 100%, I know people think just cart, box, and manual. No. A lot of these games have inserts and posters, and the one game has a little bonus booklet that you don't ever see, and it's never been opened. It's got a sticker that seals it, and it's never been opened. Like I said, some of these, the condition, besides the outside of the boxes, the condition of some of these games are just flawless on the inside. And I think the reason the boxes weren't that in great shape is because they were in storage and they probably were thrown around here and there. But I'm just going to go through them real quick. We got first off Super Tennis, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, I believe this one was missing the manual, and Mortal Kombat 3, I believe, was missing the manual as well. But those are the only 2 that are missing manuals. The rest of these are 100% complete. So we have Michael Andretti IndyCar Challenge, which this is crazy. I looked the price up of this game. I couldn't believe what this game goes for complete in box, which is weird for like a racing game. But anyway, moving on. Batman Forever, Samurai Showdown, Last Action Hero. Never played this on the Super Nintendo. Doesn't look too great though. Well, maybe it was this game that goes for money. I'm not 100% sure which one. It was. It was either the Indy one or this one with Top Gear 3000. Wario Woods. Now we're getting to the better ones here. Super Punch Out. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. I already have a copy of this, so I think the contents in there are a lot better than mine, though, so I'll probably swap those out. This one you just don't normally see in the box because it came bundled with the Super Nintendo, but we got Super Mario World. This game, with the box and everything, it's so obscure to find. This is one of them I think that has never been played. And then the last game, which I was talking about, this game is legitimately 100% complete. It's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And like I said, a lot of these, including this one, the maps, this has a map in it of the game. The map has never been tampered with. This has a bonus secrets guide in it that has a sticker sealed on it. That has never been opened. The cart and the manual, the labels on these games, if I had more time, I don't want to drag this video out, but if I had more time, I'd show you the condition of the labels and the manuals. They're just so crisp. It's like you just opened it brand new. Oh, and some of them even had the plastic baggies that the carts actually sat in as a new game. But this is one of the games that has never been played. This cartridge in here is so flawless. It looks like it just came off the production floor. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the condition of some of these games. There's actually, I think, 4 more games like this that have never been touched, never been played. I don't know why they bought them if they weren't going to play them, but it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. Like I said, what I paid, I'll just tell you, it was over $100. I'm not going to give you the price because you guys will probably think I'm crazy, but it was well over $100. So, but for all those games and the boxes and the condition, it was definitely worth it. And that's it for this month. What do we got? 27.5 minutes. I told you it'd be a long video. I appreciate you guys sticking around till the end. And until next time, if there is a next time, well, there will be a next time, but I doubt it'll be this good of a pickup. I will see you guys all later. Take care.